Hello everyone, it's Brian at Pray Trade Repeat. Some people call me Giant Forehead Man. I come from a long line of giant forehead actors. J.K. Simmons, Anthony Hopkins, the guy from The Blacklist, and many other actors with massive foreheads. Um, so as you can imagine, it's it's pretty inevitable that I'm going to be very famous as an actor with a forehead this big. Also enjoying my dyed hair this week. I'm washing it with blue shampoo to get the orange out. The book I'm reading this week is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's an interesting book. It's all right so far. So far, so good. Um, Today's Friday. It's Good Friday at the market here, over here in Los Feliz at the Albertsons in the parking lot. Stocks from a car. Pray, trade, repeat. I'm Brian. So, what do I plan on doing on Monday? Buying a lot more LAES at dirt cheap prices, and as long as it goes lower than where it's at right now, $2.50, I'll be buying it down in small increments, and hopefully it'll just keeping an eye out for large dips into or flushes, and then take a big position and try to sell it before it hits $4 to $5. I'm in for a quick swing trade with that. I also like BCYC a lot. I really like BCYC a lot, and I'll tell you why. I had a chart up there for BCYC. It's Bicycle Therapeutics, and I said a long time ago. I said like a week ago when I started watching this thing, or I don't know how long ago it was. I started watching BCYC. Bicycle Therapeutics is a radio conjugate bicycle-shaped um, peptide that targets cancer cells, and it targets cells with cancer flags, and then releases a toxin and kills these cancer cells. And that's it's called BT5528. So I like that as a stock. I like the fact that they have $648 million. And I guess I would call myself a contrarian investor, meaning I'm always looking for deals, right? So like if I'm not going to go buy chicken at Albertsons for $7.99 a pound when I can go buy 30 pounds of it for $2.99 a pound at Costco, right? I'm not going to buy toilet paper for $8 at Albertsons or Vaughn's, when I can get 20 rolls for the same price at Costco, right? So same thing with investing, looking for good deals, looking for stuff that's at an all-time low. And some of them are, there's not a lot of exciting ones. So I have LAES. I like that at all-time low. It's got, nobody. Of course, the investors all hate the stock. Anybody says anything about the stock at all, they think they own it. Like no one's allowed to talk about it. Yeah, the guys. Listen, all these penny stocks are terrible, terrible human beings. They're in it. They got into the Nasdaq and the New York Stock Exchange to raise money. So, we all hate them. So, unfortunately, it's pointless to talk about the CEOs of these companies. You have IXHL, man. IXHL, I don't see any value in that company anymore. You see like all these big pharma purchases taking place. People with, Eli Lilly made 2 purchases in the last month, both sleep medications, both oral, I think. You have, they're just like this guy. What a loser! He couldn't bring his asset to market, and now when you look at it, and you think, okay, well now this IHL 42X is most likely irrelevant now. And you look at all the money he took from shareholders. He dumped 165 million shares since May of 2025. He took $156 million out of shareholder pockets, and now he has an irrelevant leading asset. His leading asset's irrelevant. Nobody cares. Nobody wants it. Nobody's buying it. Nobody's going to buy it. The whole thing was a big scam. He's got 12 people on his payroll. So there's 12 employees. They're all clinical advisory board members that he has letter of intents with, or 1099 contracts with, that he pays them salaries. He pays them a shit ton of money to say that they're on the advisory board, but they don't do anything. The company most likely doesn't do anything. And they just take money from shareholders. That's what IXHL does. So that stock is going to get obliterated, especially coming. The lockup period's going to end, and he's going to dump 50 million shares into the 15 million. It'll be 65 million, and the stock will trade at 40 cents a share. That's what he's going to do. So there's your IXHL report. I like SoundHound AI. SoundHound AI. Sound is a great stock. It's got no debt. It's got plenty of cash, I believe. It recently took a nosedive because NVIDIA somehow closed their position in the stock. So that made the stock go down. And what you're seeing on the chart is, went as low as 585, and it's went up to $6.70 so far. But I'm still keeping an eye on that. So that one I'm not like necessarily day trading, but I'm not holding on to it over a holiday weekend during wartime. But I am keeping my eye on SoundHound AI. I love what they're doing. I use voice assist, not voice assist. I use voice AI for everything. Everything. I use ChatGPT voice AI. I use Speechify for everything. I consume books at an insane pace, at 1.5 to 2 times the normal speed a human being takes in information using Speechify. It helps me memorize lines and scripts. So yeah, I'm gonna invest in SoundHound. Listen, I'm not on here like preaching about good stocks. These are not even that interesting. Like, if you guys have some good stocks, let me know. Nobody lets me know anything. I'm just playing with what I have in front of me. There's thousands of stocks, and this is all I could find. So, don't count on me for any good stocks. I'm just giving you what I know and what I'm working on. Just updating the followers here that are left. Anyway, so that's it. Just did an audition today for a movie that pays $300 a day or something like that. I went in to the self-tape studio, and the guy told me, he goes, "Oh, you're the first Agent Cole today. Somebody else is auditioning for the same role you are. And they're coming in next." So I was like, great. But again, back to the book I'm reading, Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Who gives a fuck, man? Just do what's in front of you. Live your dream. Try to have fun. Try to make some money. Try to stop making the same mistakes over and over again. That's it. IXHL is a big mistake. Got to stay out of that. I did double down on that though. Because I took a position the other day when it was surging a little bit. So now I have 2,200 shares at $3.07. Of course, it's trading at $2.90 because that thing just doesn't do anything but just keep taking people's money. It's such a miserable piece of shit stock and a miserable company. And that's what happens to miserable companies with miserable CEOs that steal money from shareholders. So it's like this decision. You get stuck in these companies and you're just like, oh my God, this horrible company with this horrendous piece of shit human being. And now I'm stuck. Why is my money in it at all? But, well, because now I got 2,200 shares times 17 cents. That's, what is that? That's $340 loss I don't want to take. I think I'm just going to cut the cord on it again. But anyway, yeah, SoundHound, BCYC, LAES, IXHL. Anybody who's following me, listen, God, this is boring. It's like, aren't there any other good stocks out there? Please tell me if you know anything good that I can look into. I'm looking for stocks with no toxic financing, not a lot of debt, somewhat profitable, and low priced, with low market caps that don't obliterate, aren't some big scam like IXHL with 12 employees and that are obviously going nowhere. Anyway, that's it out of me today. Happy holidays. Happy Easter. Happy Good Friday. All of that. Every day is Easter for me. I'm the type of person I pray and meditate every single day. That's why my channel's called Pray, Trade, Repeat. Prayer and meditation is essential to my existence. So, I don't celebrate religious holidays because every day is an intense spiritual journey. for me. That's it over me. Thank you so much for watching, listening, and please give me some stock tips. I need some stock tips. These are boring.